The digestive system overview of the digestive system. The digestive system breaks down foods into usable forms of energy for the body, and it's also involved in the elimination of wastes. The digestive system includes the mouth and teeth, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, colon, and rectum. While not part of the digestive system, the liver, gallbladder, and pancreas help digestion to take place, so they form a kind of peripheral digestive system. When does digestion start? Digestion begins when you ingest food into your mouth. Chewing breaks the food into smaller particles that are more easily swallowed and digested. Much of the work of the digestive system involves the enzymes. Your salivary glands secrete amylase, an enzyme that begins to break down carbohydrates. From the mouth, food travels through the back of the throat, called the pharynx, down the esophagus, and to the stomach. The stomach stores food and partially digests it. After 2 to 6 hours, the food slowly passes into the first part of the intestine, called the small intestine. The small intestine is where the main part of digestion occurs and where absorption of nutrients happens. Most of the digestion happens in the beginning of the small intestine, called the duodenum. Different enzymes work to aid digestion as the food travels along. Each enzyme works to break down a respective macronutrient, fat, protein, or carbohydrates. Each of those nutrients is metabolized differently during the digestive process. The small intestine is over 20 feet long. The interior of the small intestine is covered with a special lining of finger-like projections called villi. These increase the body's ability to absorb nutrients. Fatty acids are absorbed directly into the bloodstream or the lymphatic system. After the nutrients are removed from the food, the remainder travels through the large intestine. The large intestine compacts the waste for elimination through the rectum and anus. The liver, gallbladder, and pancreas. The hepatic system consists of the liver and gallbladder. It aids digestion, transportation, and storage of nutrients. The gallbladder is like a holding tank for bile. It controls the release of bile in response to the need for metabolism of fats. The liver stores glycogen, a carbohydrate, until the body needs energy. The pancreas releases pancreatic enzymes needed for metabolizing nutrients. What about fiber? People often think about the benefits of fiber for the digestive system, but did you know that fiber benefits both the circulatory and digestive systems, and many other bodily functions as well? There are 2 main types of fiber: soluble and insoluble. Soluble fiber absorbs water and improves bowel motility. It lowers cholesterol levels and removes excess estrogen from the body. It is found in psyllium seed, flax, oats, sesame seeds, bananas, apples, grapes, potatoes, and beans. Insoluble fiber can be found in wheat bran, apples, pears, tomatoes, carrots, strawberries, peas, whole grains, beets, eggplant, and potatoes. Insoluble fiber speeds up the elimination process. It absorbs very little water. All fiber improves elimination and helps to maintain healthy intestinal flora. How to get your daily fiber requirement. Try to get a minimum of 25 to 30 grams of fiber in your diet daily to optimize digestive health and general body wellness. If you're a female and short in stature, your goal is 25 grams. If you're average or tall in stature, your goal is 30 grams fiber daily. Dr. Donna reports that this is an easy goal to obtain when you consider that a half cup of beans usually provides 6 to 7.5 grams fiber. A serving of asparagus, broccoli, cauliflower, or cabbage provides another 2.5 grams, and an apple provides about 3.7 grams. What she tells her patients to do is to fill a 2-quart bowl with broccoli and cauliflower pieces and leave it on their desk while working during the day. Munch on the broccoli and cauliflower when you want to chew something. This will provide at least 10 grams fiber. Then eat 2 apples sometime during the day, and for one meal, include a half-cup beans. This will give you a total of about 25 grams fiber. Good to know. Ethical wildcrafting of herbs. Wildcrafting means collecting wild plants in the environment for personal or commercial use. Wildcrafting is what our primitive ancestors did whenever they went foraging for plants for their vegetables, nuts, and berries. Wildcrafting can be done in a way where plants are taken and the following year, none are left for collecting, or where you have plenty of plants left to cultivate for every successive year. The later way is called ethical harvesting. Here are 9 guidelines that will help you ethically harvest herbs. 1. The herb must be correct. First, you'll have to make sure you have the right plant. With an herb like the dandelion, identification is pretty straightforward, but some herbs have very close lookalikes that can be deadly. This is why it's important for you to find someone in your area who offers classes that involve herb identification. Take the class at different times of the year, since herbs look different in the spring, summer, fall, and winter. 2. Don't be a thief. When you do collect the correct herb from the field, make sure you have enough of the herbs you need, but don't rob the whole field. Always leave many more plants in the field than you harvest. Many herbalists reseed as they pick. 3. Be knowledgeable about plant conservation. Become familiar with what plants are considered threatened or endangered. Leave those alone in the wild. You may want to organically grow your own. An excellent organization that focuses on medicinal plant conservation is United Plant Savers. 4. Don't be a trespasser. Be sure that you have permission to harvest on any land that you don't own. 5. Know the dangerous spots. Learn the history of the land, as you don't want to harvest your medicine from toxic soil. Stay away from military bases, chemical plants, paper-making companies, well-traveled roads, and landfills, which traditionally are quite toxic. 6. Stay away from endangered plants. Some plants that once were common have become endangered due to their popularity. Focus on collecting common plants that have similar actions to the ones in short supply. 7. Be smart about basic herb principles. Generally speaking, roots are harvested in the spring and fall. Leaves and flowers are harvested in the late mornings after the dew has evaporated. Harvest leaves and flowers just as the young leaf and flower buds are opening. Seeds and fruits are harvested when they are ripe. 8. Be aware of chemtrails in the environment. Herbs may be dried by hanging them in attics or outside, or by placing the herbs on a screen in warm, dark, dry place. However, be smart. If you see chemtrails in the sky, guard your herbs from the chemicals and do not dry them outside. One herbalist friend of Dr. Donna's noticed that her herbs were shinier than usual. The aluminum from the chemtrails had landed on her herbs as they were drying. This rendered the herbs totally useless. 9. Be savvy about drying times. Remember that drying times always vary depending upon the plant's water content and drying conditions. The end. Thank you for watching. The next video will further explore herbs beneficial for digestive health. If you enjoy my content, please consider subscribing, and I appreciate your support.